Cosmas Indicopleutes was a 6th century monk who travelled widely and wrote a long book called Christian Topography with wonderful maps and illustrations. He wanted to prove that the pagans were wrong when they taught that the earth was a sphere, and used the Bible to prove that the earth is flat. He said Isaiah describes the world as a circle, that's Hebrew chug, when instead Isaiah could have used the word kadur, meaning a sphere or ball. However, Cosmas ignored the context of the verse and applied it contrary to the purpose of the text, which is, of course, to glorify God and not to teach astronomy. A second common mistake in using the Bible for proof texts is arguing from an unsurprising silence. Christian scientists say that illness is not real, but merely part of the dream of Adam that we live in. Because Genesis says that God put Adam to sleep, but it doesn't say that he woke up. Now, it's true that some silences in the Bible are significant, such as the lack of any mention or even hint that Jesus ever sinned. But most silences are insignificant. For example, the Gospels never mention that Jesus ever went to the toilet. Some early church fathers concluded that he never had to do anything so undivine. The ancient rabbis made a third common mistake. They mixed up generalized and particular statements. God told humanity in general to be fruitful and increase in number, but the rabbis regarded this as a command for every individual to seek to get married and have children. We often make a similar, though opposite error with regard to promises in the Bible, such as God's assurance to Abraham that "I am your shield, your reward shall be very great." This teaches us about the general character of God, that he looks out for his people, but it doesn't mean that each of us will be protected and enriched, just like God promised specifically to Abraham. Such mistakes in Bible interpretation undermine the trustworthiness of the Bible. If people hear one text being used in a faulty way to prove something silly, they can wrongly conclude that the Bible can't be trusted at all. For example, God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. This popular argument falls down as soon as you imagine the opposite. If God had made Adam and Steve the first pair of humans, they would have been the last, because they couldn't have had any children. Logically, the first couple had to be a mixed-sex couple. Even if God had wanted 50% of the couples in Genesis to be same-sex couples, instead of the 0% that we do find there, he would still have had to make the first couple male and female. So, not Adam and Steve makes a catchy slogan, but it's poor exegesis. Jesus used the Bible in a responsible way, without ignoring the context, without arguing from silence, and without applying particulars as generalizations. In a debate about divorce, he quoted, "For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and the two will become one flesh." The verse he cited is about humans in general and not only about Adam and Eve. And its original purpose was to teach that marriage was like, so he wasn't applying it contrary to context. And he used it for emphasizing the central point of the original text, that couples should become one and remain united. The problem with using proof texts wrongly is that we debase the whole Bible. And when people see through our weak arguments, they're likely to throw out everything else we say. But even worse, they may reject the Bible itself because of us. God bless.